So the majority of the friends that I made were mostly international students. When I first arrived there, like I could speak some Portuguese, but I didn't really feel confident enough in my Portuguese level to like converse with, and like in a way that I could like let's be friends with native Brazilians until around maybe like 5 or 6 months, which is when I went back. So I feel like if I had stayed for the whole year, I probably would have had more Brazilian friends, but because I stayed for just 6 months, my friends were mostly international students.
Most of the people that I met had been going to school with the same group of people for 3-4 years at least, and so they had their group of friends like very set, and so it was somewhat hard to penetrate, but that's not to say that they weren't like they weren't unfriendly, and they were very welcoming and everything.
A little bit of everything. I met a bunch of Chileans. Some of my really good friends live in Germany, the Netherlands, Bolivia, what have you. It's actually really easy to make friends.
To be honest, we were in like pretty touristy areas most of the time. Well, at least Monteverde and San Jose. So it was really, there was a lot of American influence, and for the most part, a lot of people spoke English, and and the culture wasn't like drastically different. What really was a little bit different was when we went to Fishing Village. Not all program, only the fall program does it, but it's in Guayaquil, and it's pretty impoverished, and it's a lot different in terms of like the culture. That's where I got more of a taste of the culture.
For an example, for people in Rio de Janeiro, they don't say the word no a lot, or at least they use it in a different sense in a way that I meant. Because, like, for example, if someone like, hey, do you want to come over to my house later? And I didn't want to go, I would just say no in the United States. But in Brazil, you would probably say yes, but you would say it in a way that would like imply like, oh, but I'm going to be late or not show up at all. Because if you said no there, it comes off as a much more like hostile, like no way at all. So.
Well, obviously the beso, they do like the one kiss on the cheek, which is like, I can't believe that I'm not doing that anymore. Like, it was awesome. Like, just like how you should say hi to people. Why not? And it's like my family, like our culture, we do that like 2 kisses. So it felt like very right to be able to do that with like my friends and like people my age and like my professor and like just anyone, people you meet, having them the same kiss on the cheek. Like that's cute. And the mate culture there was like probably one of my favorite things, because like we definitely like took part of it and indulged in it, and like Porteños love seeing us with like mate. Like they like would call us out for having it, be like, oh, mate, like you guys are like doing it, that's awesome. But yeah, mate was
it's a lot. The society there is just so much more social. People are just like out on the street and suffering, like whether it be heat or from public transportation not being on time or whatever, and people just have the time to, I don't know, everyone just doesn't have the time, but everyone is like talks with each other on the street, or like even passing by, someone might just, I don't know, like whether it be like a nice interaction or a mean interaction, it's an interaction nonetheless, like here everyone just seems to pass by without even noticing one another, maybe on their phone or something. The lack of smartphones over there, maybe, like they just actually pay attention to what's going on and like observe, and it's just like this whole culture on the street, which was so nice to be a part of, because every day you were forced, you're supposed to take your part in interacting with people, whether it be a joke with the clerk at a lanchonete, one of those like corner stores that they sell a bunch of pastries and stuff, like savory pastries, or on the bus when someone smelly sits next to you and you have to like deal with it. Every day was like a new